The 2026 Yamaha YZ450F isn't a ground-up reinvention, and that's exactly why it matters. Yamaha took an already championship-proven motocross machine and focused on the details that riders actually feel the moment the gate drops. From chassis balance to power delivery, clutch feel to rider movement, this bike is all about control, confidence, and consistency, especially when the track gets rough and the motos get long. At first glance, the YZ450F looks familiar, but spend a few minutes around it and you start noticing the refinements. The sharp Yamaha blue still screams factory race bike, while the special 70th Anniversary Edition adds serious visual drama with its white base and iconic red speed block graphics. It's a throwback look that somehow feels modern, aggressive, and premium at the same time. Park either version in the pits and it instantly commands attention. The biggest changes for 2026 live in the chassis, and this is where Yamaha's engineers clearly spent most of their time. The aluminum bilateral beam frame has been revised to fine-tune rigidity and flex, not to make it stiffer across the board, but smarter. The downtube near the steering head is now thicker, increasing stability when charging into braking bumps or hammering through high-speed straights. At the same time, the lower wishbone section has been made thinner, allowing a controlled amount of flex that improves rear-wheel traction and rider feedback. On track, this translates into a bike that feels more planted without feeling dead. You get a clearer sense of what the tires are doing, especially when the surface starts breaking down. Whether you're railing a deep berm or tiptoeing across slick hardpack, the front end feels calmer and more predictable, and the rear stays hooked up instead of skipping sideways. Yamaha also made a major upgrade that riders have been asking for. A hydraulic clutch is now standard. The new Nissan Master Cylinder paired with a redesigned inner hub delivers smoother engagement and more consistent feel throughout a moto. No more adjusting free play between races, and no fading when the heat builds. The pull is lighter, engagement is more precise, and it makes a noticeable difference in tight corners, starts, and technical sections where clutch control matters most. The heart of the YZ450F remains its 450cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine, but it's been refined rather than reworked. A redesigned intake port improves airflow and combustion efficiency, resulting in a more linear and controllable power delivery. Peak output sits around 53.5 horsepower with roughly 32.8 pound-feet of torque, but the numbers don't tell the full story. What you really feel is how usable the power has become. The bike still pulls hard, make no mistake. This is a serious 450, but it's less abrupt off the bottom and smoother through the mid-range. That means better traction coming out of corners and less rider fatigue over long motos. You can roll the throttle on earlier, carry momentum more confidently, and let the engine work for you instead of fighting it. The over-rev is still there when you need it, making the bike forgiving if you hang onto a gear a little longer before shifting. It's a power band that suits both aggressive pro-level riders and experienced amateurs who want speed without constant arm pump. Suspension has also received thoughtful updates. Up front, the KYB speed-sensitive forks have been revised to improve compliance and control. They feel plusher at the top of the stroke, soaking up small chop and braking bumps more effectively, while still offering strong resistance deeper in the travel for hard landings and big hits. The balance between comfort and performance is better than before, especially on rough, technical tracks. At the rear, the new KYB shock features a hand-operated low-speed compression clicker. This might sound like a small detail, but it's a huge win at the track. Being able to make quick adjustments without tools means riders can dial in the bike between sessions based on changing track conditions. Whether the surface is drying out, getting rutted, or turning choppy, fine-tuning the rear suspension is faster and easier than ever. Ergonomics are another area where Yamaha focused on rider feel. The new bodywork is slimmer and more aggressive, especially around the front number plate and side covers. The two-piece side panels make maintenance easier while also contributing to a narrower feel between the knees. This helps riders move freely on the bike, which is critical when transitioning from corner entry to exit or attacking whoops. The seat gets a new honeycomb pattern cover designed with a very specific purpose. It allows riders to slide forward easily when entering corners or loading the front end, but it grips just enough to prevent sliding backward under hard acceleration. It's one of those subtle changes that you don't think about while riding, but once you notice it, you realize how much it improves control and confidence. One of the most impressive additions for 2026 is Yamaha's industry-first AQ lock function. Using the Yamaha Power Tuner app, owners can now set a password that prevents the bike from starting without authorization. For racers, this adds peace of mind in the pits. For everyday riders, it's an extra layer of security that no other motocross bike currently offers. The Power Tuner app itself remains one of the best in the business. Riders can adjust fuel mapping and ignition timing directly from their smartphone, tailoring the engine's behavior to different track conditions or riding styles. Whether you want a smoother map for slick surfaces or a more aggressive hit for deep loam, the customization options are easy to access and surprisingly effective. Despite all these updates, the YZ450F remains remarkably lightweight for its class. With a wet weight of around 243 pounds, it feels nimble and responsive on track. The 38-inch seat height is standard for a full-size motocross bike, offering plenty of ground clearance while still allowing experienced riders to manage the bike comfortably. Fuel capacity sits at 1.6 gallons, which is more than enough for motos without adding unnecessary bulk. Pricing for the 2026 model reflects its premium status. The standard Team Yamaha Blue version comes in at $10,299, while the striking 70th Anniversary Edition is priced slightly higher at $10,499. Considering the level of refinement, technology, and performance on offer, it's competitive in the 450 class and justifies its price tag. What really defines the 2026 Yamaha YZ450F is how complete it feels. This is not a bike that overwhelms you with raw aggression or forces you to ride at the limit just to keep it under control. Instead, it rewards smooth inputs, smart line choices, and consistent riding. It's fast when you want it to be, forgiving when you need it to be, and stable when the track gets brutal. For racers chasing podiums, weekend warriors looking to improve lap times, or riders who simply want one of the most balanced 450 motocross bikes on the market, the YZ450F delivers. Yamaha didn't chase trends or gimmicks with this update. They focused on making the bike easier to ride faster, longer, and with more confidence. And that's what makes the 2026 Yamaha YZ450F stand out. It's not about radical change, it's about refinement done right.